Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still January the 8th, 2024, and I decided I need to pick up my pace with these videos. I'm not the only YouTuber out here, and I see these guys, they steady pumping out content, so I didn't want to be like just putting out a bunch of bull, you know what I mean? I want quality over quantity. But if I can put out a number of videos and they still be interesting, I'll do that. So here I go with this one. And plus, y'all emailing me, bigward@myyahoo.com, with your topics, with your questions. If you have a problem or something you want the answer to, I got you. And that's helping me to come with good content also, because I'm answering y'all questions and issues or whatever. So it's something that you want to hear, not just what I want to talk about. So I appreciate that. So any issue, any problem, anything you want a topic discussed or whatever you may be going through, I got you. I ain't got to mention your name. It's free of charge. No subscription, sign up for this, none of that. Okay, let's get to it, because I'm going to go watch this game. This is the email. And this is a white guy. I'm telling you what he said. He's a white guy, born and raised in Michigan, in the suburbs. And when he was in college, his best friend got into the Big Brother program. That's where you help out less fortunate, underprivileged kids that, at risk of being in trouble or whatever. You try to be like a mentor to them, guide them and help them in the right direction. They might have not had a father or whatever. They, growing up in a bad area, you try to come in and show them a better way. So, the Big Brother program. So his friend was a part of that, and he liked it, so he got a part of it, became a part of it also, and became mentor to these two black kids, young black kids. They were brothers. And he became very involved with the family of the two boys, and which is, honorable thing, especially in your 20s. Young guy, you in college, and you trying to get back and trying to help the less fortunate. Already, you ain't even established yourself, so that's honorable. And so he ended up losing his mother in his 20s, and he considered their mother, the two boys, as his like adoptive mother. Even though they weren't adopted, but they were so close and got to know each other, where he considered them like family, and their mother like his mother also. So time passes, he said. He moved to another area, lost contact after like 3 or 4 years of being gone. After he moved, after you move for a while, time goes on, you end up losing contact, especially with somebody who ain't really your like biological grew up with family. So it's Big Brother, Big Sister program or whatever. And he ended up losing contact. He wasn't adopted. He didn't adopt him or nothing. He was just like a mentor. But as he moved, I guess, finished college or whatever, moved to another area, he lost contact after about 3 or 4 years. So both kids, both of the group, as time went on, they ended up both going to prison. One went to prison in 2004 for stabbing someone, assault, stabbed somebody, went to prison in 2004. And the other one went to prison 1998 for armed robbery. So as time went on, some kind of way they ended up being able to get back in contact. While they in prison, he was able to, contact them. They found out where he was. He found out where they were. They started back communicating after a few years, right? And then he said he felt like a failure because the whole intention, the whole point of him being in their lives was like to try to guide them from going to prison and show them a better way. But being where they're from in the hood or whatever, and the little time that he was spending with them, it wasn't enough time to offset what they was dealing with the community and the place they grew up in. But yet he felt like a failure because he still went to prison. But I'm gonna get to that. Now, one of them getting out soon, right? And told him that can he move in with him and and his wife. They got married now, got a wife and all that, family. After about 25 years of not seeing him. Make sure I got this right. Haven't seen him in over 25 years. But he wants to move in with me and my wife after 25 years. Just finna get out of prison. I ain't seen him in 25 years. In prison for armed robbery. I don't know if he didn't say if it was the one for armed robbery or the one for assault, stabbing somebody. But either one of them, both of them bad. So, and you done been to prison. I ain't seen him in 25 years. He a grown ass man now. Good and grown. He probably 30 something. Want to get out of prison and come move in with you and your wife. And he asking me what should he do. You really got to ask me that. But some people, they have such a good heart, right? Because it sounds like you got a good heart. But at the same time, it sounds like you're kind of naive too, because there's a lot of people haven't really experienced that street life or just the rough side of life as far as the evil that men do, right? They grew up, like you said, you grew up in the suburbs or whatever, where people probably respected each other, looked out for each other, didn't cross each other, didn't stab each other in the back, that type of environment. So you haven't really seen how deep it can go in that rabbit hole. So I'm finna put you on some game. You ask me what should you do. First thing, and his wife, he said his wife loved the situation with the boy, what he did for the boy, but she ain't too comfortable with him moving in. I wouldn't care if she was okay with him moving in. Listen, first thing first. Appreciate what you try to do for the boys. You're not a failure because they went to prison. You ain't have to do nothing. What you know about raising some boys, especially they from the hood, you from the suburbs, what you know about raising them? You just trying, you got a good heart trying to help out. That's hey, can't ask them more of you than that. You're not responsible for keeping them out of prison. They still got their own choice to make. You ain't put them in the environment they was in, you just trying to help. How are you a failure? Because they went to prison, you couldn't keep them out. You and your twin is just trying to make it, what you know. And your white guy coming from a different environment, you don't know what the hell they got going on, you just trying to help. But you did show them another way. They still had a choice to make. They did, I always say this, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You showed them the water, but they wasn't thirsty. And they didn't get thirsty. They so used to this over here, they ain't trying. Cause what you got going on over here, you show them the way where they gotta work for what they want. You went to college and all that type. You gotta, study and work to get what you want. They could have done that too. They want to do it. It just look easier to rob. Maybe I'll go here and rob, I can hit a lick and come up real quick. I ain't got to go over there and do all that studying. That ain't your problem what they did. It ain't your fault. They made a choice. They want the easy way. They saw what you was doing and could have, like, you know what, man? How do I get in college? Or how do I go to school to do what you doing? They ain't trying to do that. They over here asking Leroy and JoJo, let me borrow your pistol. Let me go hit this quickly. That ain't your fault, bro. All right? So don't feel like no failure because they decided to go to prison. Now, I wouldn't care if a joker ain't never been to prison, never been in trouble in their life. He could be a pastor. He could be my own blood brother that I grew up with. Same mama, same dad. We grew up together. Ain't no man moving in with me and my wife. It could be my brother, cousin, my daddy. When I grew up back in the old days, I ain't like old like I'm an old ass man, but I grew up around men that they don't play that. You ain't moving in with me and my wife now. If I got some money, as long as you go get a room or whatever I can do to help you with that, but if I can't do that, that ain't my problem. You're a grown ass man. You're responsible for that. It ain't my responsibility for you to have somewhere to stay. You went to prison. You made those decisions. That ain't my problem. I'm over here living my life doing what I'm supposed to do. I got a wife up in here. I'm not moving a regular man. I'm not moving my own brother, let alone some dude they ain't seen in 25 years just getting out of prison for stabbing somebody or armed robbery. You finna come move in with me and my wife? Ain't happening. But I don't care, black, white, whatever color they are. You white, they black, that don't even matter. They can be white. It could be me and they be like I said, it could be my brother, my biological brother. He can be a pastor that made a wrong turn. Oh, I ain't never done nothing wrong. Got a congregation with 10,000 members. He not moving in with me and my wife. No man. And to the women out here, you don't let no woman move in with you and your husband. If you do, you asking for it. You might trust your husband, and my man, you might trust your wife. But shit happens. Y'all haven't seen that since. Shit happens. Don't dangle a steak in front of a starving man and expect him not to try to take a bite. You hear me? Ain't no, and man's biggest weakness is that coochie. No matter who his body is attached to, your brother, your uncle, your dad, whoever woman it is. We live in the same house together in a close quarters on a regular basis. Thoughts get to roaming in your mind. The flesh is weak. I don't care how good of a woman you think your wife is. This is not about the character of your wife. This is about the character of human being in the flesh. You do not move another. I don't care if it's your brother. If your brother comes and says, I need to play the state for a little while, you married, you got a wife living in there with you, don't do it. It ain't like you never heard about brothers sleeping with their brother's wife. So what you think some ex-con gonna do? Been gone for 25 years, come in, your wife looking good, walking around now, and he been now locked up for 25 years or whatever. That's an easy one right there. I don't need to be Dr. Phil for this one. The answer is no. I'm sorry. You can't move in here. I wouldn't even want to move in with me if I wasn't married. Let alone I got a wife up in here. You think you would move in? No man move in with you and your wife. Not just an ex-con, no man. I'm telling you now, I'm trying to avoid you a lot of heartache and pain. Not even your brother, your dad, nobody can move in with me and my wife. Maybe I'm like way too, I don't know, maybe I'm a little more harsher than the average person. But that's just how my mind says. I don't trust her. From what I've seen in life and experience, I don't trust her soul. Y'all might say, man, your dad? Man, dads hit sons' wives. Sons hit dad's wives. You never know if you might be that unlucky bastard that get got by your dad. And you be on some TV talk show, so I couldn't believe my dad would do me like that. You might be that one. Maybe your dad won't. I'm not trying to take a chance being on Dr. Phil or whatever name of the show where they be on there with that kind of foolishness. Not me. I ain't taking that chance. I can't deal with all that. I done dealt with enough. You want to take a chance with that? Go right ahead. Like I told you in the email, don't do it. Not just for them boys, for no man. Grown man gotta find his own way, buddy. I'm sorry. If I got a few dollars I can let you hold, you know what I'm saying, I'll do that. But you ain't moving in my house with me and my wife. I ain't even telling you where I live. Ain't happening. So, you get it? Got it? Good. Bye.